what they're using and what they're doing is taking impeachment and taking all of the most serious procedures that we have as a country, and they're learning to use it for they're politically weaponizing it for an election purpose, for a political purpose.
Girl, are you high?
And in doing so, they are putting the people of this country, everyday Americans, absolutely at the bottom of the barrel. And they're putting themselves first.
We're only on the second day of the first full week of the new year. This is too early for this. It's too early. Welcome back to the show. Dana Loesch with you. Bottom of the first hour. Was she drunk the previous 4 years? I'm asking. Like, seriously, I'm not even asking facetiously or for a friend. I'm asking for real, for me. Was she drunk? Was she blacked out drunk somewhere?
Either that or dumb.
Did she fall and hit her head? Did she have a reverse Fetterman? I'm just wondering. Because what she's describing, the words that are coming out of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's mouth right there in that audio soundbite, or if you were watching the video on the simulcast video component portion of the radio program that's on 347 Direct TV, what she's describing right there is literally, using the word correctly, literally what Democrats did during the previous administration. In fact, they didn't even have an investigation. What they did was the equivalent. Well, it wasn't even the equivalent. It was the same thing as going, I don't like you. I'm going to impeach you because I don't like you. They didn't do anything. They didn't call witnesses. They didn't have any official depositions. They didn't have any official testimonies. They didn't have an investigation. They didn't even vote to open a query for a debate for an investigation. That wasn't even allowed to come to the floor. They just did it. And you're going to lecture us? Because Republicans, I'll give them this, for as stupid as they can be, they at least did it the right way. Because you either believe in the Constitution or you don't, right? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can invert your willy and turn it into a Frankagina doesn't mean you should. Just because you can launch an impeachment doesn't mean that you should without any kind of investigative period. What she's describing right there is literally what they did the last administration. I don't care if you hate Trump with the burning passion of 1,000 suns. I don't care. Your opinion, much like most of the people who rattle their mouths, are irrelevant. Nobody cares. What matters is that they did not follow the proper protocol. That is why there were no criminal charges. Oh, what? Yeah, there were no criminal charges. You can't have a conviction on anything because there were no criminal charges that were brought forward. They recommended him for impeachment. You can get recommended for impeachment. That's considered impeachment, but nothing ever came of it. Same thing with Clinton. He was exonerated. But that's the true nature of it. Republicans actually went through and they followed the proper protocol. They opened an investigation. They brought forward witnesses. They did all of this stuff. And so for her to sit here and go, well, you're weaponizing it. I think she probably needs to spend a little less time looking at herself on TikTok and Insta Live, and maybe a little bit more time understanding the processes that Congress is responsible for. Because I get really tired of these brain-dead, dilly-bar-headed, miles-wide, inches-deep congressional people waxing stupid on social media, and then they go on these cable news networks and do the same thing. Yes, I'm crabby today. Because it's cold. That's why. It's because it's an ungodly, that's global warming. Where's the global warming?